difficult being a single mom. Being single and not knowing where your next meal is coming from is something difficult. You just have to keep in mind you have to push through. And Freedom Communities has allowed me to ignite that light to say, hey, even though things are tough right now, you can do it. There's nothing that you can't do. If you don't put your mind to it, you'll never be able to accomplish any of your goals. Freedom Communities has allowed me to gain better employment. They have allowed me to gain better housing. They have also allowed me to further my education.
Our tagline here at Freedom Communities is family-centered community transformation. And we work one-on-one with families, and then we also invest in the community so that as families build their capacity to thrive, that their community also supports the thriving of the families that live here. Freedom Communities is a nonprofit, and we're a special nonprofit, a special kind of nonprofit called a place-based organization. And what that means is that we intentionally limit the geographic area where we work so that we can work holistically and deeply with families in a particular area. We work in West Charlotte's Freedom Drive corridor, and there are 3 neighborhoods that we predominantly work in: Camp Green, Enderley Park, and Westerly Hills. This is an area with a really high unemployment, unfortunately poor education outcomes, and yet an area that had a lot of opportunity. So we take a holistic approach, meaning that we focus on housing, education, health and wellness, and employment. And we learned that this area is a childcare desert, specifically for ages 0 to 3. And we found a preschool provider in the neighborhood who had been here for over 30 years. And her preschool was generating some of the best readers in our neighborhood schools. And so the first investment that we actually made as an organization was to purchase this church. And we've converted it into not only a community center, but an expanded daycare center for Miss Dukes' Bright Futures Learning Center.
And that's what I love about Freedom Community. Not only have they built a relationship with the Bright Future community or the Bright Future family, they create events and do fun things around the community so that draws them into our location. So it's not that they're coming in and saying, hey, I'm changing this, I'm changing that. This is how it's gonna be now. They're coming in and they're coming in together and providing a community to where we all work together as a team and making your community better. So that's what I appreciate Freedom Communities for.
So we have a center on site with us, which has 60 children that come here every day that are infants and toddlers. And our Moms Moving Forward program is integrated into that center. So Moms Moving Forward is a program for single mothers with children under the age of 10. And we work with these mothers over the course of a year, and we partner them with a coach on our team. So as the children are getting a really quality education here, their mothers are actually simultaneously building up their capacity to thrive as well. And so we're helping them find better jobs, more stable housing, and also a sisterhood of other women that live in the neighborhood who are fully committed to moving their family forward as well.
And going through the program, that's where I started furthering my education. And as I furthered my education, I got better employment, which led to me getting into a townhome.
One of our founding board members actually began to develop affordable housing, and we are the owners of that housing. And to date, we've opened 504 units of affordable housing in partnership with Crosland Southeast. And we know that while affordable rentals are, of course, much needed and really important, the real way to build generational wealth is through homeownership. And so we recently completed a purchase of 23 units of housing in partnership with Habitat for Humanity, and we will be working to move those from rentals to homeownership over the next 10 years.
Well, that means I get the opportunity to become a homeowner of one of these units because these units are for purchase, a part of the affordable housing, and that's pretty special for me. That's a pretty big step to be able to move from renting to home ownership. The most thing that I'm proud of about being able to do that is having equity. Owning a home, that's very special. There are so many people that are trying to own homes and everything is just so expensive now. And for me to have this opportunity because of Freedom Communities, I think I'm very privileged.
You really have to have the lens of one family at a time, because otherwise it seems too much. We know we're making an impact. We're blessed to be able to make the impact that we're making, and we pray that we can continue to work alongside families and community members to really build a community that everybody wants to call home.
Being a single mom requires you to have your life pretty much in order. 10 years ago, I couldn't say that my life was in order, but now I can say that Freedom Communities has enabled me to get to where I need to be.